So 6 things to know before going into hip arthroscopy surgery. I figured I would be a great person to talk about this because this is actually my second time doing this. I had my right hip done a couple years ago and I got my left hip done last week. So here we go. Number one, you're going to be pretty helpless. The operative side leg is pretty much just going to be dead weight for a while, for like a week or two, and you're gonna need a lot of help. It's gonna humble you out. It's gonna suck, but you will get through it. But just keep that in mind. Like, do not try to fight it. Just accept going into it that you're gonna be a bit helpless for a while. Number two, be grateful. Whoever your caretaker is, thank them for literally every little thing they do. This keeps that dynamic healthy and it makes things a lot more tolerable. Don't get all pissy. Don't bark orders at them. Don't do all that because they're literally your lifeline and you cannot get by without them. So be grateful and thank them and constantly remind them that you appreciate them. It makes all the difference in the world.
Take care of each other.
Number three, you need to be super patient. Progress is important, but patience is what's going to get you through it, right? The more you push, like, you need to be riding that line of like progression, but not too much, because if you push too hard, you set yourself back and it takes even longer. So patience is an absolute virtue. Don't be stubborn. Don't try to do too much. Let your caretaker help where you need them, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Just be patient with yourself. You have one chance at recovering from this properly on each side, so do it right. Be patient. Number four, self-loathing is healthy, but staying there is not. Do not stay in victim mentality. When you're recovering, when you're going through this, yes, it sucks. Yes, it hurts going up to surgery. Yes, it hurts after surgery. It gets sore. The whole thing is not that fun. I've already gone through this once. I'm going through this again. And I can vouch for this and say that the entire process just kind of sucks. It's a whole lot of sucking. But don't fall into victim mentality. Just try to keep your head up, try to be positive, try to be grateful for the things you do have, and be grateful that the surgery even exists, because 50 years ago, even 30 years ago, it didn't. And you would literally just have to live with your hip pain the rest of your life. So just try to look on the bright side. It's okay to look at all the negative things and self-loathe once in a while, but don't be all positive all the time. Let yourself feel things out, but don't just stay in self-loathing mode. Try to see both sides of the equation as you're going through it. It really just helps you stay humble, and it keeps you in a really good state of mind. It helps you get through it. Number five, your eyes might end up hurting from all the video games and movies you watch. So be sure to get some books. Be sure to expect this going into it. And when your eyes do hurt, be sure to just lay back and close them once in a while. This is a really, really good time to do positive affirmations. So, if you tell yourself that you're not going to get better, that this is a condition you're going to live with the rest of your life, then you're right. If you tell yourself that you're getting better every single day, then you're also right. Because when you tell yourself that things will be okay, your body can relax. Your body can create that space for you to heal. Right? If you constantly talk yourself down, you constantly get upset about it, you're not giving your body and your spirit the space it needs to properly heal. So if your eyes get really tired, and make sure you have a variety of things you can do: movies, video games, and books. And also just do those, close your eyes, rest once in a while, do the meditation, do the positive affirmations. It really helps you keep your head up. And it's, you will get better. It's not the end of the world. You will get better as long as you believe that. I was back snowboarding after like 6 or 7 months after my first one, whenever the season started. So you will get better, but you have to keep your head up, do your positive affirmations. So when your eyes are hurting, do those. Make sure you rest, listen to your body, not just your hip, but all parts of your body, including your eyes and whatever else, your shoulders from the crutches hurting. Just take it easy, and and don't get too frustrated. Find other ways to substitute your time. And finally, number 6, you will get lonely. I guarantee it. So, anyway, my fiance is going back to work in about a week, and this will be, I'm off work for like 5 to 6 weeks because I have to walk a lot at my job, and I'm not going to be doing that for a while. So, during the next 4 weeks after she goes back to work, I'm just pretty much going to be chilling at home by myself, and it gets lonely. It really does. And even when she's here, sometimes it gets lonely just because you can't go out and see your friends. You can't really do much. You're just stuck in bed. You're just immobile. So know that you're going to get lonely. Don't think of it as the end of the world. Think of it as time to help restore the relationship with yourself and improve on the relationship with yourself. Just like I said, play as many video games as you want, watch as many movies as you want. Be sure to meditate and spend some time with yourself and do positive affirmations, deep breathing, things like that. And anything you can do to just like stay a little bit more positive and help pass the time. It's unfortunate that, if you're watching this, you probably have hip pain, or you're thinking about getting the first surgery or second surgery. Just do it. It's so worth it. But don't, just try to stay positive about it, because like I said, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, you couldn't even get the surgery. You just have to live with pain the rest of your life. But at least now we have the ability to fix it. But, keep your head up, drink lots of water, do your affirmations, be grateful for your caretaker, be grateful that surgery exists. Try to see both sides of the equation, and you will get through it, and you will heal. Your hip might never quite be the same. My right hip has some little clicks and stuff in it that weren't there before, but the more I stretch, the better it gets, and it's like 100 times better than before surgery, because I wasn't even functional before surgery. It was really, really bad. So you just have to look on the bright side. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you do the first hip and it doesn't feel like it's quite healed 100%, it's probably because the left hip's not, or in my case, the left hip wasn't done right, or wasn't done yet. So my right hip couldn't heal all the way. Because what happens when you have this arthritic problem is your tendons tighten up to try to protect those joints. And when they tighten up, they pull on the other side. So when you have pain on one side, even though it's already fixed, they could be because of the tendons on the other side pulling it. So keep in mind that it's kind of an all or nothing thing. You kind of have to get both hips done to make a full recovery. Because otherwise, your tendons are going to be protecting one side or the other or both, and it gets really, really tight. And even now, only 5-6 days after surgery, I can definitely feel the difference. My tendons are relaxing a bit. They realize that, my body's kind of realizing that it doesn't have to protect the joint as much with the labrum repaired, and it's just, I have a lot less aches in my right hip after getting the left done. So yeah, so those are 6 things to expect. Expect to be lonely, expect to be helpless, expect to expect the negative things. That way they don't blindside you, and you can just be ready for them, right? The worst thing is to expect everything to go well and positive and be great all the way through, and that's just not realistic. So go into it knowing that you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit, and it'll really help keep your head up when you actually do, because you won't be blindsided by it. So hope this helps, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions about this. Like I said, this is my second round. It sucks, but the first one went so well, obviously I went for the second one. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're dealing with FAI, I feel you, but you will get through it, and you will be okay. It took me a while to save up money to do all this, but you make it work. Otherwise you deal with pain. So yeah, peace.